Third set of documents found, this time in Biden's actual house. You know, he had two houses. He's probably got more, I'm sure, but, you know, documents found in two houses. One of them was out in the garage next to his Corvette. We know that's secure. I mean, shit. I mean, who's gonna allow, you know, anyone to be able to steal a Corvette? Because that never happens. Because the people who have Corvettes will, just saying. I mean, they secure them really, really good. You know, funny that. So they're at Biden's house, but he didn't know nothing about documents.
Realized there were several classified documents in that box, and they did what they should have done. They immediately called the archives, turned them over to the archives, and I was briefed about this discovery and surprised to learn that there were any government records that were taken there to that office.
How the hell did they get in his house if he didn't know anything about any documents? He didn't know he had them?
Next to your Corvette, what were you thinking?
I'm going to get a chance to speak on all this, God willing, soon. But as I said earlier this week, people, and by the way, my Corvette's in a locked garage, okay? So it's not like they're sitting out in the street. But at any rate, yes, as well as my Corvette.
Is it he's lying? Or does he have Alzheimer's? I mean, you know, he could really have forgotten, man. And I mean, if that's so, I'm saying, just saying, is that not a national security risk? I mean, is he fit to be president?
I'd ride every day. I commuted every single day for 36 years as Vice President of the United States.
You know, I had a thought just a second ago. If he was at his house in, Delaware? The other house was open or empty. Did Hunter Biden ever show up to one of them houses with just some females and party down? Party on, Garth. Who else was at them houses? Did Biden allow someone else to use that home at any given time? How long were the documents actually there? Who moved them? Who gave authority for the vice president to take the documents, classified documents, away from the White House or the archives? Who gave him permission for that? Because I believe that the only way that he could get permission would be from the president. So, was it Trump? Do you think? That would give Biden permission? Oh, what? Oh, shit. That was Obama. Or did Joe Biden steal the documents? And just a little quick one out there for all y'all folks out there that's maybe on the other side of things, screaming Trump this and Trump that. Well, just maybe we could go down the path of, hey, I just thought of something. Maybe Joe Biden didn't know on some of it, like the Penn Biden or Biden Penn think tank thing. Maybe he didn't know there were some documents there. Maybe them documents were at the location where the Corvette was, and someone took them there. Staff members. So, are they going to blame it on staff members? You know, irresponsible staff members. You know, maybe it wasn't the staffers. But then maybe it was. Maybe they were bought and paid for by Trump, you know, because, well, you know, maybe they planted them. I mean, we should listen to this guy right here because, I mean,
my response to it all is that,
I mean, this dude is sharp.
Alleged classified documents showing up allegedly in the possession of Joseph Biden. You know, I mean, there's so much that needs to be investigated, and that's what I call for, is for everything to be investigated. But I'm suspicious of the timing of it. I'm also aware of the fact that things can be planted on people. Places and things can be planted, things can be planted in places and then discovered conveniently. That may be what has occurred here. I'm not ruling that out, but I'm open in terms of the investigation. Needs to be investigated.
So, you know, I mean, this is the same guy who, thank God, saved the island of Guam and all of our Marines and all of our military people that were on Guam because, you know, I mean, he come up with the thought, man, nobody ever thought of this here.
Happened in Planet Washington. I actually thought this was kind of an April Fool's joke when I saw it today, but it's not. It took place last week in a House Armed Services Committee hearing discussing a military buildup on the island of Guam. Here's Georgia Congressman Hank Johnson. Listen.
This is a island that at its widest level is, 12 miles from shore to shore, and at its smallest level, smallest location, it's 7 miles between one shore and the other. Is that correct?
I don't have the exact dimensions, but to your point, sir, I think Guam is a small island.
Very small island, and about 24 miles, if I recall, long. So 24 miles long, about 7 miles wide at the least widest place on the island, and about 12 miles wide on the widest part of the island. And I don't know how many square miles that is. Do you happen to know?
I don't have that figure with me, sir. I can certainly supply it to you if you'd like.
Yeah, my fear is that the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
We don't anticipate that.
I got to say, I'm impressed with the Admiral Robert Willard, who's head of the U.S. Pacific Fleet, for not laughing, frankly. Later, when he was asked for a clarification, a spokesman for the Congressman Johnson said he meant that adding about 8,000 Marines and their families to the population of Guam could be a tipping point for the island's infrastructure and ecosystem, that he was, quote, obviously joking. to decide.
I mean, you know, man, they should have just asked me because, hell, we could have. I could have gave them a hell of an idea to save Guam. Hell, we could have just put some arm floaties on it, you know, kind of like on around it, you know, kind of like sit there and float. Well, like Hutch was doing at when he goes swimming, you know, he uses them My Little Pony arm floats. We could have put some on each end of Guam, you know, and kept it from tipping over. Just saying. So there is that possibility, you know. If it's wrong for one, it's wrong for both. A little added bonus to it is the fact that Vice President don't have that kind of authority. And the rest of the story remains to be seen. But Garland did put on a special counsel to investigate Biden. But see, shouldn't there be a sense of urgency? Like the FBI. I mean, let's just be honest. Any other properties that Biden has, shouldn't the FBI be raiding them places, man? Like, look, we need to make sure we get these documents secure, right? I mean, I'm just saying. Do they find a whole bunch more and find that maybe some of these documents are like really top level shit? And maybe this gets so out of hand, let's get some of them Congress. In Congress, you know, we have, like in the Senate and the House, you know, there's them guys that's got that higher level clearance. Do they turn on Biden because this gets so out of hand? And they impeach him? Or file him mentally incompetent? You know, it could be that they're going to flat out sink Biden just to get Trump. Because remember, these Democrats, they will burn down the forest to rule over the ashes. Don't ever make no mistake about it. And then they say, well, you know, Kamala, she's been vice president for a while. You know, maybe she's seen some of these documents. Maybe she knows something. Of course, you know, she's not really competent anyway. So they rid of her. Because, you know, the Democrats are sure not going to go for Kevin McCarthy because he started lying. I don't know. It's just really weird. A lot of things could come of this. But then we all know the truth. Rules for thee and not for me. That's the way they like to bring it. But you know them son of bitches don't go to jail. Look at Hillary, man. 33,000 emails gone.
It over.
You were in charge of it. You were the official in charge. Did you wipe the server?
What, like with a cloth or something?
No. You know how it works digitally. Did you try to wipe the whole server?
I don't know how it works digitally at all.
Corruption at the highest level in our government. Anyway, that's about all I got today. Hope y'all enjoyed this. We'll just have to keep watching, see what happens. Just remember, when you prepare your mind properly, things fall into place. See, it's kind of like when you're really prepared, you can own the day. And you don't have to let it own you because you're prepared for that day. Backwoods out.